Remember back in September of 2022 when Florida Governor Ron DeSantis flew illegal migrants to locations including Massachusetts, like Martha's Vineyard, New York, Chicago, and this was in an attempt to make liberal locations feel the impacts of their lax immigration policies. Well, according to a federal judge in Boston, lawyers representing those migrants flown to Martha's Vineyard can actually sue the charter company that transported them to the island off Massachusetts, off the coast, obviously. That's today's threat assessment, how dumb this is. The fact that you can enter this country illegally, get shipped somewhere else by the government, and then turn around and sue the private company that was hired to ship your illegal behind off to wherever they saw fit. My God, you cannot make this stuff up. But riddle me this, Batman. Does this mean that U.S. citizens can now sue all of the transportation companies that are shipping illegals into the country at the behest of Democrats? They're charter companies flying hundreds of thousands of illegal migrants into our cities from other countries. The DHS has made every effort to conceal those, by the way, until months after they happen. How about we, the people, start suing those companies? Let's sue them for so much money that they refuse to fly illegal aliens into our country at the behest of the U.S. government. Florida Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart joins me now. Sir, you think we could get some of those lists and start suing some of these companies so they stop doing it?
This whole issue is the definition of insanity, of absurd. The fact that, and by the way, remember that when Governor DeSantis sent those individuals, he sent them to a sanctuary community that publicly and on multiple occasions had said, we want folks who are here illegally to come to our place, and we'll give them, all of the benefits, and we'll take care of them. And so, they shouldn't be too upset about that because they've asked for that, just like New York City asked for that. But careful what you ask for, right? In theory, look, socialism, the left policies, they sound so nice in theory, but the reality is that they are disastrous, they are dangerous, they are unsustainable, and now it's getting to the point where they're just absolutely absurd.
Yeah. Well, Trump agreed with you earlier today. Take a listen to this.
Under crooked Joe Biden, every state is now a border state, every town is now a border town, because Joe Biden has brought the carnage and chaos and killing from all over the world and dumped it straight into our backyards.
He's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong. And I'll tell you what, I just can't, it's really disastrous. Every day that goes by with Biden in the White House is a disaster. We are sitting on a ticking time bomb because of this administration, basically because of the southern border, but it's not just that. It's everywhere you look, the world is in flames. And I just can't wait until Trump is back in the White House. Yeah. Every day that passes, I'm literally counting the minutes until we can have Trump back in the White House to save this country. And by saving this country and by leading, saving the entire world. Yeah, no,
you and me are both on that one together. Congressman, you helped pass the state foreign ops bill last week, including defunded parts of the UN, which I'm totally here for, supporting our allies, especially Taiwan, prohibiting funds going to NGOs, the non-government agencies that are facilitating some of the illegal immigration we just talked about. A little bit more about that, sir.
It's the most conservative bill of its type ever. It's more conservative than what we were able to obtain when we controlled House, Senate, and the White House. And so, it was a nightmare negotiating with the White House and the Senate Democrats, which is what we have to do to make anything actually become law. But it is the most conservative bill of its type. It helps Taiwan at an unprecedented level, $300 million for FMF, something that nobody's been able to do in the past. Money for Israel. We defund, however, for example, UNRWA. That was a huge battle, believe it or not. We defund NGOs that help get people to come to the United States illicitly, illegally, or to our helping illegal aliens figure out ways to do that. It is the best bill of its type, and we do all of that. We do a lot more by still spending 6% less. So that's what every business, every family does. We can do it on the federal level if we have Republican leadership. I am exceedingly grateful and frankly impressed by our Speaker of the House, Speaker Johnson, who's been amazing, the majority leader, my colleagues. Yep. But these are the best appropriation bills. They're not perfect, but they're the best appropriation bills that we've had in a long time.
Anytime you're cutting the budget and cutting stuff from the UN, sign me up, sir. I am in.
There you
Congressman
go.
Mario Diaz-Balart, we appreciate being here, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, coming up, Democrat lawmakers